Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 21. Hope you're all keeping well. The greenhouse this week has been fab. It's actually been the first week. I actually got asked a question. I can't remember the person who asked me, so I apologize. They asked me had if I got a meal from what I've grown so far. And yes, not only have I got a meal in terms of potatoes and tomatoes and salads, and we've loads of onions and carrots coming along. But yeah, 100%. We're definitely cucumbers. So I want to show you, and beans as well, the broad beans or French beans, whichever you call them. I want to show you this week. So tomatoes, we have had so many cherry tomatoes. I've been able to give loads away to friends and family. More of the regular tomatoes here as well. They're all starting to ripen up. Look at the passion fruit has really shot up. Beans, again, I've given away absolutely tons of beans to friends who are really looking forward to eating them, and they make some sort of dinner with egg and Parmesan cheese. I don't know, don't ask me. My squash are, I think they're getting soon going to be ready. They haven't come away from us, so I know apparently that when they kind of come away from the rest of the plant, they're ready to be eaten. And it's after sending down more down here, so I'm hoping these are all males, but these all potentially could be females. So hopefully they are. Fabulous. I planted in more mandioca or okra plants in here because there is slugs in here, and they are eating them. And I also have, I imagine, caterpillars. It looks like I have caterpillars after getting in here, which is not unsurprising, because see, that's poo. So there are some caterpillars in there eating certain things. But at this time of year, I'm not really too bothered. I'm going to let them they have to eat as well. And the aubergine plant can be sacrificial because it's given me nothing. So sorry, aubergine, you're gonna be eaten. At least something gets to eat you. Pumpkins, there's more pumpkins coming along here. Look, so another one in here. So there's the other two have grown up really nice and big. That one in there, that was a gunky one. But that big one there, and there's another one coming up along there. So fantastic. The avocado plants, this is the papayas. Actually, I need to come out and water everything for just a little bit. These are all the trees I was telling you about last week from Brazil. This week as well, I also harvested the potatoes. So if you haven't seen that video, click back. It's my last one. Got loads of strawberries this week, which is fab. This is starting to come up on my oranges. I don't know what they are. This one has starting to ripen. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but this is the first year. It's such a small little plant. I'm amazed that there's anything on it at all. The figs, these are apparently for next year, but I'm not sure. They're really starting to grow, which is fab. Yeah, peppers. I've had peppers this week. Chilies. I'm going to bring you out here to show you. So loads of raspberries. These are kind of late in the season, but loads of raspberries. Again, more beans. Look, they're all coming along here. They're actually super tasty. And then the onions, the sweet corn, you can see, look, soon we're going to have sweet corn here. Carrots, more onions in there, more carrots. The rocket is just constantly going to flower, but you know what, it attracts so many bees. I'm kind of just happy to leave it do what it needs to do. And then I harvested the potatoes, and what I actually did was I planted back in 2 baby seed potatoes in here. And I know it's August and you might think that's nuts, but 90 days from last week is approximately end of October, start of November. And if we don't get too much frost, they should be fine. I'm going to lift them into the greenhouse anyway come mid-September. So that'll still keep them quite warm, and they should grow on. And I'm going to give them a good feed as well. So I haven't actually really used I haven't used any pesticides apart from neem oil, but I have used Miracle Grow fertilizer. So somebody asked me as well, is it organic? And the answer is no, it's not organic. I am using fertilizers, but I'm not using artificial pesticides. So hence why we get things nibbled at a little bit. But that's okay. I actually think I kind of have this philosophy that letting a little bit get nibbled at is all good. It's needed. You can see up here I have even more gherkins pickles coming along. I don't know if you've ever heard of the app Olio. So it's a food waste app, and if you use Olio, you can put up food waste, food that's going to go to waste. So obviously this is not going to technically go to waste, but I ran out of jam jars, and I've ran out of people to give pickles to. So I've just put it up on Olio, and there's a lady coming this evening, and she's going to take about 20 pickles from me. But if you've got too many apples or too many tomatoes or too many anything, download the app Olio and just use it to get rid of some of your excess harvest. If I'm putting up that I've too many gherkins and someone else is putting up that they've too many peppers, then we can all, I suppose, use up what's excess. And it would be shocking after putting all this effort and water and fertilizer to let it go to waste. I have that philosophy with even food that you're buying in the supermarket, that we really shouldn't let food go to waste. In this day and age, it's just wrong. And we have apps like Too Good To Go and Olio. So Olio allows you also to put up waste from supermarkets or from coffee shops. But it's a fantastic way of getting rid of your excess. So try it out if you're growing at the moment. Let me just see down here. Yeah, we actually have more courgettes coming along, which is great, because I thought maybe the courgette would stop. But it doesn't seem to be. Great. Long may it continue to grow. I'm going to actually lift it up to there. And I can just see a culprit. So look at this. So hence why we are getting little pieces of poo and little bits of holes in leaves. So I'm going to take this outside. So this is what I do. Obviously this is a butterfly, and butterflies are becoming extremely rare. We are losing so much of our pollinators. We're losing so much of our really vital birds species and our insect species. We won't exist as human beings without these animals and insects. They play a vital role in the ecosystem. But I'm going to move this outside so it can go into the lawn. There's plenty of different things for it to eat, and that's kind of how I treat and manage insects that shouldn't be here. I just take them out. Same when I find slugs, I just pick them up and I chuck them out, and the robins will eat them, and whatever else. But there's no birds coming in here, so hence why if you do get things like slugs or snails in here, or caterpillars, there's nothing to actually naturally take them out. So you do have to do a bit of hand management, but I'm not using chemicals and sprays to kill them, because I don't think that helps. And things will balance out, and especially this year, with it being the first year of the greenhouse, there's obviously going to be a massive surge of insects coming to eat everything. But next year I expect to see some more ladybirds in here, and they'll treat the green fly and deal with anything else. So the beans do attract butterflies, and I imagine this is that white butterfly that you often see, like a cabbage butterfly. So it attracted some butterflies earlier on in the year, and hence they're now becoming caterpillars, and they're eating things like the aubergine. So look guys, as always, thanks so much for those of you that do comment and like and share and reply and give me your feedback and suggestions and ask questions. It's really appreciated. It's really cool. I am by no means a professional as gardener or as a vlogger, as you can probably tell by the video content. But it's a lot of fun, and I really look forward to coming out here every Sunday evening to just kind of give an update, because who knows, it'll be fun to look back at this in 5 years' time or whenever. And I hope it inspires you to see what you can actually grow in. This is, I think, 13 by 10 foot wide. And we've grown a lot in here in the last couple of months, and there's a lot more food to come out of here in the next 2 months. So it's fabulous. These tomatoes should keep giving us tomatoes until October. The beans will keep going for another couple of weeks, and then I'm going to take them out. The squash, the gherkins, the cucumbers, the cherry tomatoes. There isn't too many flowers, as I said last week. I didn't actually get a chance to water them or feed them this week, but I'm going to do it this week. And the sweet potatoes, and yeah, it's marvelous, really, isn't it? It just shows what we can do with such a little space. Imagine if all of us started growing more and more fruit and veg. And I was having this discussion actually with a client that came to me. So, for those of you that don't know, I do reflexology and Reiki and coaching, mindset coaching mostly. And I was just talking about how people's mental health would be so much better if they all just had a little space like this to come out and tend to their plants. You really see the cycles of life, and you feel a sense of purpose, and achievement, and the air is fresher. It's just really, really good for your mood, for your soul, for your heart, getting out here. So I think everybody should have a greenhouse, and I'm not biased at all.